Now authentication. Authentication something is very important. When you are dealing with protected servers or your virtual private servers, so they provide you various type of authentication, OAuth 2, basic auth. So every Swagger document will have that authentication implemented, and you will get a window like that. Otherwise, if you execute this, it will give authentication failure. So first you have to authorize that. You have to give your client ID and the API key value and press authorize, and it keeps the session and remembers until that ID or the token expires. Okay, so that's pretty much authorization. So now we saw how to read, how to render, which we saw in the browser, in the UI how it is rendered. We saw how to execute. We inspected a request schema and a response schema, and we saw how authorization works. For the rendering, we saw endpoints, which is nothing but, let's expand once again, in the visual layer. So visual layer is this. You saw endpoints. All these are endpoints here. Okay. Then you saw parameters, which is path parameters here. And when you execute, it gives a nice text box here to execute. Then we saw how to inspect request, but we didn't see how to pass a request. Let's have a look. Because in the get, you never pass a request body. So you have to go to the post. Post here. Again, same way. You want to pass a request body, you have to press try out and a pet, which is simply giving a template to fill it. Okay, but we can give whatever your name, Mr. Pume, whatever slash ABCD tag, let's say category tag as 1, status is available, and if you press execute, you will get the equivalent whatever the response. Let's bring back to JSON and execute once again, and this we see, let's see error as well. Okay, you see it gave a 500 error here, and also it's undocumented because the post method here may not have that 500 documented here. See here, response, it's only 400 and 422, so it's not mentioned. So this is an example website to inspect various way of working. So now the 500 error code which the actual server is giving and is not in this Swagger document, so it says undocumented. So that means something went wrong while executing this post API. Payload should match to the request schema and pass it to the endpoint. And we have seen response, and we just saw the error codes as well. Okay. Now tools. What all tools are available in the market for Swagger editing and UI viewing? And if this becomes complex, you can simply use your IDE. We saw that. So this is one of the tools. There are various tools like this, and when there are paid versions here, you can simply switch to IDE and start navigating. For example, if I copy this to my IDE, it very nicely works. File, OpenAPI spec.yml. Yes, pretty much the same. Now if you go to, for example, post expects you pass a schema and click that here, takes you to the pet object. Okay, Now pet has a category, takes you to the category object. So pretty much what you are seeing here, you can see here. Now if you want equivalent JSON of this, go here and paste it here. This gives you JSON back. Now paste it to OpenAPI underscore spec dot JSON this time and paste it here. So pretty much the same. So you just got to work around of the paid version, which you don't have to pay anything. Simply go here and you can navigate here. So depending on situation, whether you are dealing with JSON or YAML, one of the things, it's interoperable. So you click here pet, it takes you to the pet section. Okay. Similarly, click on here. So JSON and YAML pretty much work in the same way in terms of navigation. Okay, we have seen this Swagger editor, Swagger UI, and IDE. How you can watch earlier videos. There are so many JSON and YAML based examples. You can have a look. Now coming to lab, we have seen that how to create an entity using the post API. We saw this, how to fetch a pet by its ID, and we saw this, how the error appears, and we inspected a success code which is 200. Okay, and error we saw the 500. Okay, that's pretty much for this video. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next session. Thanks for watching.